Okay, so Bobby
Yo.
Lobby, Miss Bells on Bobtail's ring.
Very seasonal. I like it.
Yeah, this is a Christmas special episode. Are you
All right,
excited?
I'm excited. I love
I'm
Christmas.
excited. I like
Christmas
Christmas
is a good
too.
time.
Yeah, Halloween's my favorite holiday, but I do love me some Christmas. It's very nice. First off,
Yep.
I want to say we have a special celebrity endorsement for this one.
No way.
Not necessarily. I guess kind of an endorsement. The email I received did say that we can use a song of theirs,
Okay.
and they said all the best to the episode and our podcast going forward. So
Nice.
you know, either
Okay.
them or their agent. You know.
Well, thank you,
But-
whoever you are.
Oh yeah,
That sounds like a PR move. It was
It's
probably
a
an agent.
surprise. It's a surprise though.
Uh-oh.
But like the fact that they said all the best to the podcast, that's fucking cool as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Also, they lent us a song that will fit perfectly with this episode, so I'm
Okay.
very excited.
I'm curious
So-
what's going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have a special closing here. The internet is a trove of right-wing nonsense,
Oh yeah.
and especially nonsense memes.
Mm-hmm.
But today, we're going to go over a meme from the left.
Okay.
I've actually, for somebody, again, to the listeners, for the millionth time, full disclosure, I'm very left-leaning.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've kept it pretty balanced so far because we've covered some left stuff, and we've covered some right stuff. It's not all been picking apart the right wing, but we're going to go through a left-wing meme because I don't care what side it comes from. If there's bullshit to be found, it shouldn't fly. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to let it go. I don't want to let misinformation be spread.
Okay.
So, without further ado, let's talk about a meme that the left has been sharing. And I want you to just read the meme and kind of explain what it says and what it looks like.
Oh, okay. Up at the top, it says, the saddest part is he actually said this. And there's a picture of a, Eric Trump. Okay.
Yep.
I wasn't quite sure who that was. Okay. And it says, my father literally saved Christianity. It was illegal to even say Merry Christmas, and now you can say it year-round, anywhere you want. I hear it every day.
All right. So, let's...
All right, so
let's-
Donald Trump saved Christianity, huh? What a hero.
I
All right.
know. Oh, boy. We should be thankful.
I'm going to vote for him
that.
this time.
Yeah, that's Eric Trump talking about Christmas. What else could you want? Now, first thing I'm going to say is, the first thing I'm going to say is pretty obvious, but this isn't a picture of him saying that phrase.
Oh, okay.
It is a picture of Eric Trump, but he did not say this on camera. It was supposedly from a recording. At the bottom here, it says it was on Fox News Radio. So the picture itself is not actually him saying the quote. Not that that matters, but I do like to clarify the images in memes.
Right.
So I found where this quote was claimed to have been coming from.
Okay.
So I have a clip to play for you.
Done, for natural gas in this country. He's protected the Second Amendment. He's literally saved Christianity. I mean, there's a full-out war on faith in this country by the other side. I mean, the Democratic Party, the far left, has become the party of the quote-unquote atheist. I mean, they want to attack Christianity. They want to close churches. They want to, they're totally fine keeping liquor stores open, but they want to close churches all over the country. I mean, look what he's done in the Middle East. Peace in the Middle East. Look what he's done with prescription drug prices.
So something that you may have noticed there is that part of this quote is missing.
Yeah. Just the thing about Christmas.
He said that his father literally saved Christianity.
That was in there. Yeah.
That was in there. That quote was actually in there.
Yep.
And it was followed up with, it was illegal to even say Merry Christmas. And that wasn't said in that.
Yeah. I don't remember ever getting ticketed for telling somebody Merry Christmas. I don't know. Did you ever get anything?
Yeah,
I'm
And I'm
I say it all the time.
I'm going to ask you about it later. So I have a quote from Snopes, the fact-finding people. Despite making the idea his own, Trump was hardly the first to proclaim that Christmas was, quote, under attack. His predecessor, President Obama, was frequently on the receiving end of charges that he and other progressive Democrats were bent on destroying the Christian holiday. Proof is lacking, however, that is or ever was the case. Comparisons between the two presidents' allegedly opposing attitudes towards celebrating the holiday persisted well into 2017, with Trump announcing during his first tree lighting ceremony that he had brought back Merry Christmas to the White House. So, even though this quote from Eric Trump, he said the first part, but didn't say the Merry Christmas part after. Even though that quote was not entirely accurate, Donald Trump did claim that he brought Merry Christmas back to the White House. It made it okay to say again.
You never thought about the fact that he's the president and he told people to say Merry Christmas? Maybe that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be in charge of the whole country. You know, you want me to say Merry Christmas? Whatever, I don't care.
But what's important here is that
he saved Christianity.
Under Trump, Christmas is back.
Oh, good.
Everyone in the White House was saying Merry Christmas because Trump and his family are big supporters of Christmas.
Sure. I mean, before he came back around, I totally missed Christmas. I mean, it was several years where
it was
just miserable.
It was sad going without Christmas all those years. But his family, you know, Eric Trump said his father brought back Christmas. He's happy about Christmas being back. And I have a recording of the First Lady at the time to show you and everybody else just how much this family loves Christmas.
Okay.
I'm working like my ass off. I know. That Christmas stuff that, you know, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but... What'd she say? Who gives a fuck about Christmas? What?
Oh. That didn't sound like Merry Christmas at all.
She's just as sick of her husband as we are.
Yeah, it's funny. Instead of Merry Christmas, it's almost like I heard the phrase,
who gives a about Christmas?
That's why I got the soundboard. Yeah, really weird. I maybe she said Merry Christmas. Hold on, one more time.
Who gives a about Christmas?
No, that's not what it sounded like.
It's pretty clear.
It sounded like
the beep in there.
Kind of sound like who gives a fuck about Christmas.
Yep, that's what I heard.
Kind of. Wow, huh.
Well, you know, they say opposites attract.
Now, okay, again, I will straight up say I'm not a fan of the Trump team or family at all.
No.
But I do need to defend her a little bit in this one.
Okay.
And out of context, it just sounds like she's angry about Christmas in general. Mm-hmm. But in context, she was actually very stressed about the immigrant children who were being highlighted in the news for being locked up and mistreated by the U.S. That is definitely more important of an issue than decorating for fucking Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm on her side on this one. Like,
okay.
that thing, because, like, this was during this serious immigrant crisis where these kids were being locked in cages, and that's all the news wanted to show. Mm-hmm. And she is being told by her PR team that she's got to be the White House Christmas decorator as First Lady. And
okay.
And
so she's got more important things to deal with than the Christmas tree.
I also would be like, who gives a fuck about Christmas right now? You know, yeah. I'd be in the same boat as her if I were in her position. Yeah. So I do have to defend herself, or I do have to defend her on that.
Well, being the First Lady's got to be almost as stressful as being the president.
Maybe I mean, you're
very stressful.
You're under the ire of a lot of people, and like
they're watching you just as hard.
Yeah.
Some people are more focused on the First Lady. You know, just because.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I wouldn't want to be in her position either.
Now, I will say, when she did go on about the immigrant situation, she was still full of shit.
Yeah.
But she's not totally wrong to be annoyed by the PR nonsense of having to be the face of decorating the White House for Christmas.
Right.
When being in the White House at all has more pressing implications.
Yeah, that's an important job. Even First Lady is still important. You know, they got a lot of shit to do too.
Even though it makes for a great soundbite.
Who gives a about Christmas?
Even though it makes for a fun soundbite, that it, out of context or in context, I have to defend her on that.
Yeah,
because I get it. So I get where she's coming from on there, and I fucking hate her. I hate her whole family. But that I have to defend her on.
Yeah.
The fucking broken clock is sometimes not terrible sometimes. And I get that there is a ratings game to play, but for that to have been the focus at any point of Anderson Cooper on his show is a waste of time to me.
Yeah.
Because that, it's so stupid because, Anderson Cooper harped on this again and again, who gives a fuck about Christmas? Oh my God, Yeah. Which it sounds hypocritical considering that Trump claims to have saved Christmas.
Right.
But at the same time, that was a waste of time. If you're running a show as big as Anderson Cooper's and you call yourself a news show, and I get that he probably has producers and all that stuff, but anyway, that being said, it doesn't sound like Christmas has been a very jolly subject to the Trumps, or at least not to her. They're playing a pandering game because they assume that it's an important issue to their base, which is probably true. Because being afraid of the phrase happy holidays has been a very common talking point among right-wing politicians and a very common talking point among right-wing talking heads. I want to play this clip, and usually I just have you listen to the clip without prompting, but I want you to pay attention to the hyperbole here.
Okay.
The change from wishing fellow Americans Merry Christmas to wishing them Happy Holidays is a very significant development. Proponents of Happy Holidays argue it's no big deal. Proponents of Merry Christmas are making a mountain out of a molehill. But the Happy Holidays advocates want it both ways. They dismiss opponents as hysterical, but at the same time, in addition to replacing Merry Christmas with Happy Holidays, they have relentlessly pushed to replace Christmas vacation with winter vacation and Christmas party with holiday party. So then, which is it? Is all this elimination of the word Christmas important or not? The answer is obvious. It's very important. That's why so much effort is devoted to substituting other words for Christmas. And these efforts have been extraordinarily successful. In place of the universal Merry Christmas of my youth, in recent decades I have been wished Happy Holidays by every waiter and waitress in every restaurant I have dined, by everyone who welcomes me at any business, by my flight attendants and pilots, and by just about everyone else. When I respond, thank you, Merry Christmas, I often sense that I've actually created some tension. Many of those I wish Merry Christmas are probably relieved to hear someone who feels free to utter the C word, but all the sensitivity training they've had to undergo creates cognitive dissonance.
So it goes on like that.
Yeah, okay.
And that felt like 5 minutes. Wasn't even 2.
Yeah.
Good Lord, it's hard to listen to this idiot talk.
Yeah.
So that's Dennis Prager of PragerU, a scam artist. So first off, to listeners, do not engage with PragerU on social media. You're driving up their engagement by causing them to show up more on feeds.
Yeah.
And I actually found an image that they had been sharing that was absolutely full of shit. And somebody responded with, You're just trying to drive up engagement by getting people pissed off at you.
So why did they respond to them?
Well, and they said
That's exactly what they did.
Well, the thing, they're pointing out what was being done so that other people who go to the comments will see that and say, okay, I won't engage,
Right.
And they responded to that person with like a sunglasses emoji and a cigarette, so don't engage with them online at all. Don't talk to them. Don't respond to them. It is a waste of your time.
Yeah.
If anything, you're doing what they want you.
Yeah, you're just helping them out by getting more.
Yeah, getting more traffic to them.
That's it, traffic.
And so
Sorry.
and
My brain died.
and something though I want to point out in this video. I saw this video as an ad, and something that is important to look for when you're trying to figure out if somebody's full of shit is how often they use hyperbole.
Okay.
So he says every waitress in every restaurant he ever goes to.
Yeah, that's not possible.
And every business person he ever meets or every manager.
Yeah.
And he's full of shit. Like it's all hyperbole. Like usually you'll use hyperbole and also these presumptions. He presumes a lot as well. For example, when he says, "Oh, when I say Merry Christmas, I feel like I crossed a line of some kind." It's like, well, that's on you. I don't know anybody who's offended by Merry Christmas. I've never met a single person who has been offended by Merry Christmas.
I did have a customer.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
In our famous retail store we used to work at.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Well, this was when the whole thing started, so this person was just jumping on the bandwagon kind of deal. And I said Merry Christmas because I celebrate Christmas. I don't mean any offense by it.
Yeah.
I could have said Happy Holidays. I just didn't think of it. At the time, it wasn't going to piss anybody off if I said Merry Christmas. But I said that, and she just jumped all over me. Well, not everybody celebrates Christmas. Well, I know that, but you know what? I didn't mean anything against your religion. That's what I believe. If you're Jewish and you said to me Happy Hanukkah, you know what I'd say? Thank you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely.
You want to celebrate something different? That is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
There are 8 billion people on this planet. We all do different stuff.
And most people get that. Most people get that. Most people understand that. You will occasionally run into somebody nonsensical like that. Yeah. In fact, when I was working at Best Buy, I had somebody offended by the big banner that said Happy Holidays. And she threw a fit.
You just can't make anybody happy.
Well, yeah, she threw a fit. She threw a fit. Went and got management, and I asked him, I was like, "What was she? Why did the sign offend her?" And they said her reasoning was that this is America, and in America, most people are Christian and they celebrate Christmas,
but not all people.
And I was like, that's so stupid because Happy Holidays includes Christmas.
Yeah, isn't it a holiday?
It's one of the holidays. But anyway, doesn't really matter.
But yeah, it doesn't. Whatever you argue, somebody's going to be against it.
And Dennis Prager, who he's full of shit all the time. But one of the things that he said was instead of the universal Merry Christmas. What's fucking universal about Merry Christmas? If anything, Happy Holidays is more universal. Yeah. The only way it wouldn't apply to somebody is if you don't celebrate any holiday. It just, anyway. He's a dumbass, but I did want to point that out because it has been a talking point among these right-wing talking heads. And it's kind of odd because it makes me curious as to why. Now, he says, every waitress and every restaurant, blah, 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 and all this stuff. But he also says that he's so proud of using the C word. I have a C word for him, but I'm not going to say it. Anyway, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that this cunt doesn't even believe the things that he's saying. It's a grift, a con.
Yeah.
He's banking on conservatives to fall for his fake crusade on the fake war on Christmas. The use of the phrase Happy Holidays is not an attempt to stamp out Christmas. It is an attempt to include others who may not celebrate Christmas, who have other traditions. And this cunt knows that. But without the baseless uproar about a conflict that doesn't exist, this cunty cunt has no bottom line. If I were a right-wing voter, I would hate this cunt for being such a stupid fucking cunt that makes the rest of us look stupid.
Oh, yeah.
But let's not forget that Happy Holidays includes fucking Christmas. But Cunt Prager is grifting. He knows that there's money to be made in getting conservatives worked up about what is essentially nothing. And that is why he has begun his idiotic ad by ensuring viewers that this is an important subject. I don't know if you noticed that, but when he's talking during this ad, he is reminding again and again that this is somehow an important subject.
Yeah.
Because he knows it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, he wouldn't have to emphasize that so much. And what is just as telling as the use of hyperbole, which is often evident in Trump's language as well. The biggest ever, the most ever, the best ever. My administration has done more than any previous administration, etc., etc. And Trump has been a grifter for a long time. Just look into the history of Trump University. So it's probably not difficult for him to view the Merry Christmas fiasco as an easy target to convert rubes to his MAGA crowd, or at least draw more enthusiasm out of that crowd. So I'm not shocked at all that he harped on this, even though what his family really thinks is...
Who gives a about Christmas?
I love this soundboard. It's so good. This is gonna be a staple. This is gonna be a staple from now on. But did Eric Trump say at any point that Christmas was illegal before Donald Trump, like the meme suggests? From Snopes. We found no evidence that Eric Trump followed this pronouncement by asserting that it was illegal to even say Merry Christmas, and now you can say it year-round anywhere you want. However, his father...
Middle of July, I'm going to be telling people, Merry Christmas!
You fucking took my punchline. All right. However, his father suggested on multiple occasions, both before and after the 2016 presidential election, that the use of the phrase Merry Christmas was a thing of the past, which he would be bringing back as president. What I do want to highlight is, while I don't think Eric Trump is particularly intelligent, the absolute insane level of stupidity to suggest that you can now hear it year-round. Like somebody is going to be saying Merry Christmas in April. It should alert your bullshit meter before you share this kind of thing. You know, I mean, sure, Eric Trump's a fucking dimwit. That's true.
Yeah.
But he's not that fucking dumb. He's not that dumb. And at least he wouldn't think that his constituents are dumb enough to hear him say that and not realize how stupid it is.
Yeah. So
that should really, your ears should perk up and be like, bullshit? Bullshit? This is bullshit, isn't it?
What do you think would be the worst month to tell somebody Merry Christmas? Like I said,
because
July.
there used to be a Christmas in July.
Yeah,
too.
I said July. So I mean that kind of works.
Yeah.
Like in a way, in a stupid way, but in a way.
I'd be
but
pissed.
Like,
I would be
February?
pissed. Honestly, I'd be more pissed if somebody said Merry Christmas in October.
Because it's too early. Yeah.
Well, because I love Halloween.
Yeah, you're skipping over.
Yeah,
Halloween.
don't skip Halloween.
I feel bad enough for Thanksgiving. You know, so many people skip over Thanksgiving. You know, nobody celebrates turkeys.
Fuck Thanksgiving. Turkey sucks.
Well, yeah, I agree. I don't like turkey either, but I do like the holiday. You know, it's nice to see the family.
It is. It's great.
And nobody ever
also,
acknowledges that one.
I'm having delicious spaghetti this Thanksgiving.
Well, see, there you go. You got something to be thankful for.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So yeah.
Oh shoot, that dates this a little bit because this episode is going to be released on the week of Christmas.
You had delicious spaghetti on Thanksgiving.
I had in the past, which is now the
best.
past. And man, that big war with the apes, that was crazy. I'm
Not as crazy
making
as
predictions here.
Not as crazy as the giant snails, though.
Yeah, those are nuts.
And when they started
those
flying,
were nuts.
that scared me.
God, I
Those
had
little
no
slime
I,
trails they were leaving everywhere.
I had no idea what to do. Like, why still slime while you're flying? You know, it just you don't need it to slide around.
Maybe they got lost. They're just find their way back. I don't know.
Just dropping slime from the sky.
Yeah,
it was horrible. I hated that.
Thank God we got rid of that.
Yeah. Oh God, the flying snails are awful. Now, while like Snopes, I was also unable to find this exact phrasing from Eric Trump. And in the clip I played earlier, he says the first part, but not the rest. And I had to sit through that entire painful interview to be sure.
Was it a long interview? How long was it?
Oh, it was.
I'm sure it felt long.
It was torture, is what it was. So, unless somebody can find him saying exactly that, the meme is likely a lie.
Yeah.
That does not mean, however, that Eric Trump didn't have some thoughts on the subject. I have a clip from Fox News because apparently I like to torture myself. And okay, can I say I had to listen to What's on Your Mind, Eric Trump, Anderson Cooper, PragerU, and fucking Fox News. I'm betting I have an ulcer from all that. So I hope the listeners and you appreciate the shit that I do for this podcast. But this is the clip from Fox News that I thought seemed relevant.
Okay.
Eric and I were talking about what's going on with impeachment and the FISA and all that. But will you guys be able to just forget about all of it and really enjoy the fact that you really are part of the first family? You are the first family. I mean, you've done wonderful things for this country. We now don't have the political correctness that we used to. I mean, people are actually saying Merry Christmas.
You can say Merry Christmas again.
Yes,
Isn't that so nice, Janine?
I love it. I love Christmas trees. I love Santa over here. I mean, you know, how do you feel that your father has done all of that, Eric?
It's incredible. It is nice to say Merry Christmas again, and it is a beautiful thing to celebrate all the holidays with beautiful little kids like this. I mean, this is what America's all about, and this is what the American dream's all about. And, you know, this is why we have an incredible country, because we can sit there with the Santa Claus and with beautiful trees and eat ice cream and open presents and love one another and, you know, and see little ones grow. And it's the best of this nation, and I'm proud of him for reinvigorating so much of it.
Okay. So, apparently you couldn't say Merry Christmas, but now you can.
Oh, good.
Now you can because of Donald Trump.
Yeah, because it was so awful being all-inclusive and, you know.
Yeah, do you, Bobby, do you remember ever being disallowed to say Merry Christmas?
No. Just that one person who got mad at me.
No, but we weren't allowed to.
Oh, I don't care. I forgot. I said it all the time.
Huh, that's weird because I don't remember that either. Have you ever felt at any point in your life as an American you were not able to say Merry Christmas?
Well, yeah, just that one lady that
the
was
one bitchy person. Yeah.
But no, other than that,
there's always going to be somebody.
You say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever. I don't care. Just try to be nice to people.
And something about this though, I do want to point out is that he didn't say illegal. So
that's true.
That he, so the meme is still a lie in that respect.
Yeah.
I was again, the amount of dumb shit I had to watch and listen to, trying to find if he had said anything like that at all. I could not narrow it down anywhere. But it still had the same idea behind it, that somehow Christmas was not okay. One problem I have with this is that the suggestion is that it was political correctness that kept them from being able to say Merry Christmas. But when have they ever given a fuck about political correctness? Ever?
Yeah, that's a weird time to start.
At any point. Now, something I did get curious about, because it wasn't that they had made these suggestions about Merry Christmas unprompted. It was the host who suggested it first and asked them. And I wanted to think, or I wanted to find out rather, where did Pirro, her last name's Pirro, where did Pirro get the impression that she was not allowed to say Merry Christmas? So I've got this post of her from December 13th, 2010, and she has taken a picture of herself and posted it online, and she's wearing antlers. It does say holiday headband. It doesn't say Christmas headband. It says holiday headband, but she has a Christmas tree in the background. And at least 5 of the comments read Merry Christmas on there. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't as if the people in her life were not saying Merry Christmas, but she is a judge, and as a government employee, maybe, even though it wasn't specified in the interview, that's why she felt disallowed to say Merry Christmas. I have a quote from a real federal politician who supports this statement. During a campaign stop in Iowa, Newt Gingrich spoke up about the matter. Quote, "No federal official at any level is currently allowed to say Merry Christmas."
Okay.
There you have it. Illegal to say Merry Christmas. Mm-hmm. But what if I just don't take Newt's slimy word for it? Now, PolitiFact rated this claim, quote, pants on fire, which is their nice way of saying bullshit.
Yeah.
But even PolitiFact might be full of liberal liars. So let's dig a little deeper into this. I have proof here.
Okay.
That officials, federal officials, government officials, were not allowed to say Merry Christmas. Not allowed.
Okay.
The left had this war on Christmas, right? Mm-hmm. And they destroyed it.
Right.
And it wasn't until Trump took the White House before it was brought back. Mm-hmm. And I have proof. I'm going to play a clip. So, in this clip, this is going to show that the Obama White House never allowed officials to say Merry Christmas. Barack Hussein Obama lighting the, quote, holiday tree. Mm-hmm. And notice how he avoids even saying the word Christmas.
All right.
Happy holidays to all of you.
Happy holidays.
Eva Longoria, thank you for the wonderful hosting. Kelly Clarkson, we love. To everybody who is here tonight and everybody watching at home, it is now officially the time to light this tree.
This tree. Christmas tree, Obama.
Are you guys ready to count down?
Yeah.
We're going to start from 5. You ready? You sure? Okay, let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! Merry Christmas, everybody!
Oh, no. Hold on. No, hold on. War on Christmas. Remember, there's a war on Christmas. There's a war on Christmas.
Impeach him.
That was his last Christmas tree lighting ceremony. Uh-huh. That was the last year of his presidency.
Sneak one in there, huh?
No, and no. The thing is, he always said Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
And he said Merry Christmas the year before. Well, actually, technically, it was after Trump was already elected. So, there was no war on Christmas. Yeah. It's fucking nonsense. It's insane. It's stupid. But whoops. After that clip, I might have to admit the fact that the war on Christmas might just be complete fucking bullshit. And to play us out on this special occasion, right. I want to give a very special thank you to a group called Fascinating Aïda.
Okay.
They have lent us a song that is the perfect outro for our episode.
Okay.
So, take us away, Aïda.
Let's hear it.
Christmas comes but once a year, and when it comes it brings good cheer, a season of goodwill and fun. And yet while most of us feel festive, Grinches out there just get restive and spoil it all for everyone. Though it's too much to expect you to be nice, you'll find that life is easier with this advice. Try not to be a cunt, it's Christmas. It's only for a day or two. The rest of us are doing our best to be jolly, so don't go looking like you swallowed a bunch of holly. Help with the washing up and don't be a slob. Don't shout at elves, they're just doing their job. For fuck's sake, be merry, have another sherry, and try not to be a cunt. It's not 12th night yet, try not to be a cunt. After eating turkey, try not to be a cunt. Just call me Rudolph, try not to be a cunt. C-U-N-T, cunt.
Oh, thank you so much to Fascinating Aïda for letting us use that song. I am so happy about that.
That was great.
I can't thank them enough. That's amazing. And we were wished all the best on our podcast too. So and I told them everything it was going to be about, and I actually linked them to our series and everything, and they were like, yeah, absolutely. So
cool.
they're all about
great.
it.
I love it.
Yeah, and it fits perfect.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic.
Good life lesson right there. Not just for Christmas time. Just try not to be a cunt.
Just don't be a cunt, you know. Yeah. But thanks again to Fascinating Aïda. If you want to check them out, they are at fascinatingaida.co.uk. And I believe they're on tour right now. And to everybody listening at home, I just want to say...
Who gives a about Christmas?
No, shit, not that one. Oh, hold on, no. What I meant to say was...
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Hey.
Yeah. Thanks, Obama. All right. Well, thank you all so much for listening. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.